Every day, more and more Afghan refugees are making their way here to Fort Bliss, but what exactly the future holds for them is still unknown. As we continue to bring ourselves into a new normal, we're continuing to adapt, and one of those things for me is taking on new challenges, and well, here we go. Now you can hear dozens of parents and children chanting behind me outside of PKISD headquarters, making it very clear that they do not want masks back in the classroom. I just want to give you a visual of the size of the wall. In these shoes, I'm at about 5'10", and this wall is well over 20 feet. That's a long way down. Right, I'm here in Canutillo, right off of Doniphan, and as you can see, this water is starting to lead to flooding. Look, if you can see, the water is reaching up to my shin. This truck is completely submerged in water. Now, this entire road is blocked off because the entire area is flooded now. Last night we did see some businesses trying to take preventative measures and putting sandbags, to try and protect their businesses. But you can see this panaderia right here behind me is completely submerged in water. I've lived in El Paso my whole life, and I still have not gotten used to that hot El Paso sun. And I spoke to a lot of people in the borderland who say they feel the same. But when in Rome. This is proof that miners are much braver than Aggies, so here we go.
Leave it to Vania. She's our reporter who will get on the Daredevil ride.
Dijeron que no llora. Mi esposo le ganó la emoción. Y a ver cómo nos va allí.
Making the 430-mile journey from the Valley of Sun in Arizona to the Sun City because of one simple wish.
Conocer esos niños que yo no vi nacer.
To witness a line drawn in the sand between two countries erased.
Vamos a nuestros 3 minutos de gloria.
Ready to embrace the family she hasn't held in 21 years, as the murky waters of the Rio Grande welcome her home. But this isn't just her story to tell.
We don't want any more families to be separated. We want families to be reunified.
As hundreds gather in a place where for a few moments borders no longer exist. Some saying hello for the first time while others hug each other goodbye, praying it won't be the last. As the time slips through their hands, 3 minutes become one, and then the only thing we can do is hold on to glory.
Abrazo de 3 minutos, pero para mí son abrazos de la gloria, porque en realidad me sentí como en el cielo con mi familia.
It's a race against time for an elite squad of specialized agents created in response to the growing number of migrant deaths along the border, known as Borstar.
We could come in from the rail yards.
Okay, do what you gotta do, bro.
A migrant lost in the desert calling 911 asking to be rescued, stranded in the desert heat.
They said that he can no longer continue walking, so he's basically giving up, and he wants for somebody to go find him, somebody to go rescue him.
But as the search begins, so do the challenges.
Did they give us the courts to right here?
To
this location?
Yeah, this one.
Sí, no, pero es que on my garment, it's literally saying we've arrived at destination.
Agents use government-issued handheld GPS devices and apps on their cell phones, but depending on when they were issued, they can be outdated. And if there's no cell service, agents are left to make the most of what they have. In this case, their personal GPS watches.
6, 8.
But 45 minutes later,
It says another 30 minutes from here, dude.
Coming from 880.
Oh my God.
the coordinates they were given had come from the cell tower that was used to make the call.
Unfortunately, that first set of cords led us to the wrong location, and it's typical for that to happen.
And while the search continued, the agents encountered another group of migrants seeking help.
¿Y no dejaron a otras personas atrás?
Somos tres.
At least a slight consolation, the person they were looking for originally was found by other agents nearby.
So it turns out that he was the one that had been making the 911 calls, but he's in good condition. He's already had some water. I asked him if he needs any medical attention or any injuries, and none at this time.
You can hear it! You can hear it! Oh my gosh, that is crazy. That's them coming down.
A tiny town in far west Texas.
Big things start small, but you can tell when you're onto something.
Now a launching pad to the next frontier. A 4-person crew, including billionaire and Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, traveling 65 miles above the Earth and into space. Others, like father and son Marcos and Theodore, traveling hundreds of miles from San Antonio to Van Horn to take it all in.
I think it's worth it, especially if he's motivated to want to go to space and do what he needs to do in order to get there.
An investment Jeff Bezos says he's making for the next generation.
And this is important. We're going to build a road to space so that our kids and their kids can build the future.
And just getting to see them just in space, that's just it's amazing. That amazes me.
A moment filled with emotion as the thunderous roar from the blast-off filled the desert town.
Never in my life. So it's just amazing.
A lasting memory for some.
He's always sad to be the year for me, and I love him, and I just want to thank him for just bringing me out here and experiencing this stuff.
I don't know about that, but I'm just happy that he's excited.
And possibly a glimpse into the future.
So you think that might be you next time?
Yes. I'm hopefully it is. Hopefully it is.